everybody. Here for another episode of the Harlan Show. Hope you like my coloring. Figured I'd do something different here. This chair, by the way, that I'm sitting on is an antique. This chair was made in the 1800s, and it's holding me up. My 200 plus pound fat ass. Anyways, want to shout out to my true followers and subscribers, all 75 of you. I want to thank y'all for everything, small, what have you. But also, I hope and really basically a mission, I guess you could say, of especially some of the material that I've posted this week. I hope it encourages and strengthens you in whatever walk of life you're in, whatever kind of trouble, trials, and tribulations that you're having. One, obviously, that you're not alone, and two, that this too shall come to pass. Anyways, I just want to talk about a few things. As y'all seen last Sunday, I didn't do like this or whatever. It's completely different. I wanted to do a live video, idealistically, of the whole practice that I did in Alabama, Phoenix City, Alabama, with Sir Gary Robinson. But unfortunately, because of how my phone works and everything, it will get really hot and then it will shut off. So I just decided to record a 30-minute segment at the beginning. Really wish I could have gotten, but it is what it is, but gotten some footage of the last or the next hour and a half or so of the practice, because it's back. Oh, it's back. Or at least it felt like it. Who knows? Maybe the next practice it'll be different. But my elbow, all the times, and we did quite a bit of hook pulling and what have you. And Gary is no pushover. This guy, you can look his stats up on the AERSarms.com site. He's got an undefeated amateur record, and he's also got some pro tournaments he's attended. And if he sees this, I want to shout out to you, Gary. Thank you again for your time, brother. It was awesome practicing, especially finally fucking practicing after 2+ months of no training or practicing whatsoever. It was seriously a honor and a privilege. So shout out to you, Gary. Knuckles up too. Man, my guy, Tom Holland, boy. I want to see Tom Holland versus fucking Jason Merlot #2. I want to see that. I believe it should happen because the facts is Jason Merlot. If it was the best out of 3 rounds, his ass would have lost. Straight up, his ass would have lost. But they agreed to best of 5, and what happened happened. Kid got the best of him. But I don't know if any of y'all seen this, but if y'all go back and look at that pay-per-view during their super match, they showed a top view and I love the production they had too, but they showed a top view of how far Tom Holland's hand was outside his fucking frame. That man is natty. There's no fucking way you could have your hand way outside here in the frame and be good like him. he is truly natty. So if anybody, I mean, I thought that was fucking crazy seeing how far his hand could be outside his frame and nothing pop or snap or nothing. That man has done his work. He is definitely a seasoned veteran without question. The female match between Elizabeth and Marlene was kind of comical to me. I seriously, she probably will never say anything to me, and it's fine. But I seriously had to say something to Marlene. Like, seriously, you came to your super match in fucking slippers? I mean, half her outfit looked like she had just got out of bed. And then, of course, you got Elizabeth there. She's focused. She's pumped. She's ready to go. This is a woman who used to be heavy. So she's an inspirational story of somebody who had some weight issues and what have you, and then straightened up and then totally got on the shit. I mean, she's on something. Got on that stuff, and now she looks like she does. And I'm not gonna lie, the spray on tan shit is never gonna be attractive to me. And she wears a lot of it. I mean, it's like so much where it's like, ugh. But anyways, congratulations to Elizabeth on being the number one in her weight class. She worked hard, and she continues to work hard. I think she's got some ailments. She's going through some. Uh, I remember seeing something the other day. She supposedly daily deals with joint issues and stuff. Not sure what all that's about, but yeah, again, congratulations to her. There was also, I believe, a match right after that one that had the Tank guy in it. I remember seeing him. I seen him in a practice. It basically looked like a practice session because it was like minutes long with Eddie and Wait, the arm wrestling whisperer, and he was giving Eddie and some like really good tips on like subtly carving in and stuff in the setup, and even while inside the strap. So that guy lost though, but he is an OG for real. He just had a serious health issue that took him out of the game for a while. And I got to say, it was kind of interesting seeing him on stage and everything, competing and what have you. So good for him. Uh, but again, really, the only match I really cared to see or watch was the Jason Merlin and Tom Holland match. I really wanted to see how that one goes. I did watch the main event with Camille, and I got to say, we got a Jerry Ketterett Jr. on the rise. This is the next Jerry Ketterett right here because he's got that flop wrist press. And as far as I'm concerned, in general with arm wrestling, it's a very smart tactic and what have you. But if you're known for using it, you have to learn some more skills. That way, it's not so obvious and what have you. Because I believe idealistically, you would want to use it as like a sneaky move. That way, they can't set up in the high posting position or whatever and possibly stop you if they have enough power to do that. You want it to be sneaky. So, this is why I would always preach to any arm wrestler to have more than one weapon in your arsenal and not to be one or even maybe two dimensional, but just more than one weapon in the arsenal. And so it's going to be interesting to see what happens between Camille and Devin Larrett. Uh, I'm going to give it little attention, but enough, in my opinion. Um, Going back to me, I've been sore most of the week. It's been muscular, though. I had no, like, even like after the practice between me and Gary, I had no tendon pain. It was all muscular, even during the week. It was all muscular. It was nice to get back to those somewhat, usual aches and pains, but not really like I'm so used to having, like I had for a past year, you know, or a little over a year. Um, got my pulley system in along with my combo purchase from the shout out to the EAC, the Israel Arm Wrestling Club over there in British Columbia. Quality tables and equipment, far as I'm concerned. I've had my eyeball on them for a long time now. The problem has been is obviously the price, knowing that I could get a table a lot cheaper elsewhere. That's really been the only problem. But eventually I saved up, through my hard ass work, enough money to say fuck it, and I got it. Tomorrow I'm getting my table. I already have my pulley system. Earlier today, I went to Walmart, spent like $130 on over 50 pounds of metal weights to put on the thing that you do with your pulley system, and I also got me a 15-pound, bigger than the 5-pound, just something that's light but not too heavy either. Something that's nice and in between. Just a 15-pound hand dumbbell to do some of this, and work the wrist and stuff, and also to clamp on with my art arm hand molds. Excuse me. I seriously ate a pizza like more than a half of one earlier, extravaganza from Domino's. I ate that sucker up. So you have to excuse me. I'm having a little indigestion, but art arm, right? They have a handles for the right and the left that are molded into a hand, and you can actually take those and clamp them on to a hand barbell or what have you, and you're basically training like this, like you're grabbing a hand or whatever. So if I clamp that onto my hand barbell, I can work my cup and every, just work it away. I also put them things on every time I do my, I guess what they call the neutral grip pull-ups, and I always have this shape going in right here just to get that nice and strong and work on the hand grip and fingers. Oh yeah, good stuff. So earlier today, me and my roommate, we cleaned out the garage a good bit, for a good practice area. Earlier, I went to the alcohol store, gave my number out to the guy there because he seems to know a few guys in town who would be interested on a Sunday in practicing. So I will be building my team. Uh, I have reached out to somebody. I'm not going to mention a name because of the troll patrol. Um, and also, too, I'm going to be competing here eventually soon. Not going to tell y'all where and when because of the troll patrol. Y'all are out there trying to destroy me and my reputation. Just keep wasting your breath, guys. But anyways, going back to the stuff that I posted this week, short wise and everything, those guys out there who are working them 9 to 5 jobs, or synonymous with me, just average Joes busting ass out there. All the encouragement from my heart and soul to you guys, because seeing that, and that was actually a clip out of a episode on Arm Wars, right? Uh, and it's one of the few episodes that just hits me home. Uh, it also, even that episode that I shared and did a clip on in my YouTube, it just reminds me of my dad. My dad was a hanging and finishing drywall, busting his ass 9 to 5 worker, you know, for his family. I had basically a nuclear traditional family upbringing. I was raised in the church. Um, Whew, that pizza's really trying to come up on me. Ugh. But I just hope, y'all seeing that and everything encourages y'all. And maybe even y'all decide to get into the arm wrestling world as well. And I've been doing a little bit of the Ultimate Warrior thing. You got to love the Ultimate Warrior. Aside from all the dirt and bullshit you may hear about him in his personal life and what have you, you still got to like the guy and his energy and what he brought to the table, his wisdom. The guy was the reader. He was damn near a textbook Gemini. Um, I've done some reading myself, and philosophies and what have you. So, um, no, the Ultimate Warrior does not top roll. Or were you talking about Gary Robinson? I know Bill Logston does. That's if that's what you were talking about, the clip that I've done on my YouTube channel. Yeah, Bill Logston, he's straight top roll. Hands of Steel, Bill Logston over there on Arm Wars. Um, but anyways, I've been posting some Warrior stuff to encourage people as well. Refresh your memories, even though that man's been dead for years now. Um, because all the axioms and wisdom he shared will live on with warriors, and we are warriors today by definition or even figuratively speaking. We're out here battling day to day. I mean, our life is seriously a fucking chess game. um, it's unpredictable. Some of it's predictable. um, it is what it is. I appreciate you joining in there, Cody Bird. Appreciate that. Um, the competition that I am going to compete in here in the future, I am really looking forward to. This to me is like holy ground in a way, or whatever you want to call it, because as some of y'all know, I had an arm wrestling buddy who I spent the most time with out of the whole group that I was a part of, the Middle Georgia Pullers, with Mike Daniel, Mason Watson, Keith Andrews, Jonathan Stetson up there in Illinois, uh, Logan. Jarrell was a late member. I really wouldn't consider him a member, though. He only showed up like two freaking practices. If you could get past that first practice, or even that, definitely that first year of practicing in this sport, you're good. Um, but anyways, going back to my story, this tournament was a main tournament that my buddy who passed away in competed in. Um, and it's just going to be real interesting to see how this all plays out and everything. I know, I know somebody's going to be there too, and I look forward, kinda, not really, but I'm just going to keep my distance, keep my cool. You know, if he says something to me, it's fine. I'm not looking for any trouble, because, as far as I'm concerned, I'll be at the event, and that's all I'm going to be concentrating on is winning gold. Winning gold. As far as I'm concerned, Paul Italia should have never competed in the amateur or even the semi-pro as he did in the FAL tournament that we clashed in. I mean, that was straight bullshit. But he was able to get away with it. It was it was legal rule wise. But if I was him, I would have never did that shit. because it's not about the awards for me. It's more than that. It is, but it isn't. I'll just put it that way because obviously I said I'm looking for gold. But you're talking to someone like me who, just like Todd Hutchings and Tim Bresnan, did not start arm wrestling until their 30s. Tim Bresnan in his late 30s, by the way, technically. But either way, I started arm wrestling when I was 34. I am 36 now. So for me to do as good as I did at my first and last tournament that I attended in, with just less than a year of preparation and training in the sport, said a lot to me. And it meant a lot, not just for me, but also because me and my buddy had passed away just before that tournament, and we had plans for the first time together going to that tournament and competing. And unfortunately, he's in a better place right now, and so it is what it is. But I'll definitely, in the future, when this next tournament I compete in happens, he's definitely going to be a little bit on my mind. But I know I got to push that to the back and focus on the tasks that I will have at hand. Um, Honestly, to be truthful though, I haven't even what's up, ass white? Uh, I haven't even fully decided to go to this tournament yet. I really want to go. I know I can go. I know I can have the people that I want to go with me go there. It's just I want to see how my right arm again feels this next practice that I do. Gary has told me that he did not want to practice this Sunday. So next Sunday, I'll be driving out to him. Or I may come up with something totally off the wall because I'm not putting everything on that situation. I'm the kind of person where I'm looking for plan B and C and D just in case plan A fucks up. I'm that kind of guy. That way I can still get my work in, basically, and aside from whatever else people have going on and what have you. What else can we talk about here? Uh, I don't have anybody really I want to call out because nobody really seems to be wanting to be called out. Uh, but I do have some people I've had already mentioned some people already. If some of you people remember who have been following me. Uh, but I just, going back to what I said at the very beginning, guys, with all this stuff that I do with my YouTube, now I'm on Instagram and TikTok here recently. I made an account so I can really be across all the boards and really get my stuff, not just my stuff out there, but also y'all can see in between the lines, figuratively speaking, and be encouraged yourselves in whatever you're pursuing in your life and whatever troubles that you're going through, because there have been people out here who have seriously tried to crush my career in the sport. Seriously, tried to crush and kill me. Um, Aside all the hypocrisy. So I just use it as fuel for the fire, basically, because they cannot kill me or destroy me. And they cannot take my peace because I have control over that. So uh, I think I'm just going to go ahead and cut it loose here. You guys stay tuned. My true subscribers and fans and real followers, and even the Troll Patrol. I know y'all are watching too, so y'all just keep watching as well. Uh, there will be more to come, and I look forward to the future. But then again, as we all know, the future is not 100, so you have to be careful. So, God willing, I'll have more stuff for y'all online here, Instagram, TikTok. If you ever want to get those IDs or whatever, just hit me up here on YouTube. Uh, you can find me on Facebook as well. Uh, Thank you for you guys' time. Stay strong. Yeah. Yeah, get the guns out. Stay strong. Be encouraged, brothers. I'm out. Y'all have a good one.